feeling the ignition. All the cops were buzzing from somebody's bad decision. Call everyone you know, we found the evidence. Just don't let them see you when you jump across the fence. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, best keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go, yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. You can holler at the moon, go splashing in the creek. You can get as rowdy as you damn near wanna be. But don't build a bonfire, we don't need that attention. Ain't nobody driving home, not in our condition. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, best keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go, yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. We parked it over here, we parked it over there. We parked it in the barn, yeah, we parked it everywhere. The party went on all night long, till all the beer was gone. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, let's keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go, yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. Somebody stole a beer truck. I'll back it on up, boy. Somebody stole a beer truck.
Legends! What the frick is going on? How has everybody been? I have had a very, very interesting week this week, to say the least. Obviously Tuesday, Wednesday, I was extremely busy with work, etc. And then Thursday, oh my God, I was sick as a dog. I think what I've done is I just totally overworked myself. As you know, right? I'm an agronomist, I'm a police officer, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a father, and I brought everything together in one. And it just doesn't work. It's like one of those flasks that you take to work with you, okay? It keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. So I basically put a cup of tea in there with a Mars bar, thinking that I would keep the tea hot and the Mars bar cold, and it just all went wrong. So I kind of learned something this week that, yeah, I burnt myself out. Oh my gosh, Chucky666 is in the house. Chucky666! Wow! Great to see you. Great to see everybody on tonight's show. Whew. Oh my gosh. Air Nova, you had to hit the reset button. Did you power it off and back on again? Yeah, what we're doing now is every time I do a live show, I got told off by Van Leswer basically because he said, look, if you want to go further with your YouTubing, you need to create shows that can be documented. So now the whole YouTube front page is being managed by Van Leswer. Don't worry, I am paying him, okay? So he will, everything that you can see that you see on YouTube now has on my page has been created by Van Leswer, and I think he's doing an absolutely wonderful, amazing job. So thank you very much to Van Leswer. Also, tonight we because I haven't seen you for so many days, we're going to go through Holochain. All right, we're going to ignore the other altcoins. We're even going to ignore Bitcoin because we all know we've had the rise that we've had and we're having a bit of a chilling off. All right, the bulls came back in the house for a bit. I'm not going to teach you how the price went up. All right, you know more than I do because I've kind of stayed away from the charts because I wasn't very well at all. Brotherhood, you haven't missed anything. Instagram, I got notification about tonight's show on YouTube. Not had that before. So this is what Van Leswer is doing. Okay, I am not that great when it comes to my YouTube channel, hence why I needed help. So yeah, we haven't missed any. You haven't missed anything. Okay. So tonight's show, I'm going to do a lot of talking around the creation of a paper that was written by currency.com. Okay, I am not shilling currency.com whatsoever, but I do feel that if I am going to talk about Holochain off work of others, then I need to give them the credit. So a lot of the stuff that you'll be listening to tonight has come from the website that is currency.com. As you know, right, I do not get information from the Mirror or the Sun because 99.999% of the time it's just not true. Okay, so when I look at inserts of different cryptocurrencies, when I do my research, I will go to websites that they've got to thrive through cryptocurrency, so they have to give honest, reliable information and honest, reliable data. So what the stuff that you're going to be listening to tonight is going to come through currency.com. I tell you, right? I'm not shilling currency.com. So, team, let's get this started. So that tonight's discussion really is Holochain. What is it? All right. And it's going to be interactive. As you know, Johnny Stang always does the Crypto Bits interactive. What you're going to find is that I'm going to do a lot of talking around what is Holochain. We'll have a bit of a break and we'll have the discussion in the live chat on just what your thoughts and feelings are of what has been discussed out there in the world. And there is some hot topic on Twitter right now about tweets in relation to Holochain, and Turkey is overtaking the language of tweets that is predominantly spoken about Holochain. So English tweets are lower down compared to the number of tweets sent out by the Turkish. So we can't have that, can we? All right, that needs to change. I do feel that the whole discussion around cryptocurrency gets hot or cold depending on this freaking thing up here. All right, what we've got to try and remember is, in order for a project to do well, okay, it needs to get out there. And although Holo don't do this, there's no hype strategy, and I like it because it gives me a really good opportunity to increase my bag for Holo. I am very, very chill on the price of Holo. The price doesn't bother me, all right? It's the tech. Because let's just say, right, that you have a business, self-employed business, and you are, legend, this is Steve, you're a plumber, okay? Steve has won an award for being basically the greatest plumber in Ireland. There is no doubt about that. He won the award for it, and he has the trophy to prove that. And what I love about Steve is Steve will not give absurd price quotes. He gives honest, reliable feedback, and he's there when he says he's going to be there. That's what makes him the best. Okay? A plumber can charge whatever they freaking want. So if they want a one-hit wonder, they can charge an extortionate rate. That person goes, my God, right, that was very, very expensive. And it's up to that plumber whether they do a good job or not. It's up to them, depending on how they feel that day. Right? Bringing all of that Steve conversation into Holochain, Holochain aren't bothered about the price. What they are bothered about is the quality of service and the right people staying on that network forever. So they're looking for a quality customer like myself. I'd like to say that I am a very, very quality customer, and the fact that I will have my holopots and I will never, ever turn them off, ever. And I will be remunerated back to that with Holo Fuel. If it gets to a point where Holo is kind of treating us like rubbish, and the network isn't paying what they're saying they're paying, or there's errors, and things are just going crazy, right? People will lose trust in that company. And like Steve, if he decided, look, I'm just not going to go to work today, or I'm going to cancel this appointment, or cancel that appointment, people lose trust. So it's a very, very similar thing. You've got to see Holo as a company. In fact, when you look at cryptocurrency in general, how many cryptocurrencies actually have customers? From my understanding, really, there's only about 2. One of them being XRP or Ripple, and of course Holo, which is really, really interesting to know that a lot of people are putting a lot of money on cryptocurrencies that don't have customers. How the freak can we invest in a product that doesn't really have a central backing like XRP and Holo? You know, I am a huge fan of XRP and Holo, so I am biased to XRP and Holo, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like a football team, some of you will be biased against Manchester United and Leeds United, for example. Local team, and because you live in Leeds, for example, and you like Manchester United. Those are the 2 teams off the top of my head, because I know nothing about football. All right, there is no script tonight. It is literally just chat. Obviously, there is scripts from currency.com, but so before we go into what is Holochain, I just want to say hello to everybody. And there is a few people in tonight. We've got 17 people in, eagerly awaiting the information that I have before me to send across to you. We don't do the sun in Liverpool. That's a big no from Inserin. Andy Harrison, Major Shilling. Holochain for me, unlimited beer. I don't need more to know. It's a good reason. Holochain is my cow milk. Honey, Steve can unclog any pipe. Steve knows his crap, basically. Yeah, that's true. Steve can run to the left in Superman. Brilliant. Steve is getting us all on the head. Please stop. Didn't they say a Holo Fuel's price should be around 1 to 10,000 of ETH? So if that ETH is at 5 to 10k, fuel will be at least 50 cents to $1. Just imagine. We're going to talk about that, actually, Brotherhood, before we break into this discussion, because Holo Fuel is a hot topic. And Temus, Cam, Ozgan, great to see you. Hello, everyone. Have a nice night. Yes, please make sure you like the video. So, Holo Fuel. Okay, so the way that it stands now is that Holochain is currently in alpha testing. We're not in beta. So what does that mean? Let me zoom up on this, because Hot is having a little bit of a breakout right now, and we can keep an eye on it whilst we are talking. As you know, I'm not going to talk about the charts tonight, which is great. So Holochain currently in alpha testing, ready to go to beta very, very soon, or in the future. Whichever one it is, I'm really, really not bothered, okay? You know that I want to have a lot of Hot, because I massively believe in this project. Now, Holofuel. Currently, the people that are on the alpha testing program receive 10,000 Holofuel per month. In relation to that, the 10,000 Holofuel per month, in theory, has to pay back that particular person the running costs for the Holoport, the electricity costs for that Holoport, and a little bit of profits. There is 3 sectors. This is on a small mind philosophy, as opposed to the greater mind philosophy, which we'll talk about in a moment. So there are people in this world that will want to have the Holoport to make a little bit of profit, also known as passive income. So they will have these 3 sections. They will be paid Holofuel. So at the minute, it's 10,000 Holofuel. So that 10,000 Holofuel is going to cover, of course, the what do we call it? Actually, there's 4. Right, let's just say there's 4, because there is a depreciation cost of the Holoport, because you have bought it and it's getting older and you're going to need to buy another Holoport in the future. there is the electricity costs of running the Holoport. There is the profit that you want to be making off the top of the Holoport. And if none of those are really becoming beneficial for that's, I don't want to say simple-minded person, but for that immediate-minded person, there is a lot of there are a lot of people in the world that think differently to anybody else. Okay, hence incredible people like Elon Musk that seems to advance in life a lot faster than what I do. Okay, so and the fourth one is obviously investment for the future. So there are people that just look at these three scenarios. I'm going to get 10,000 holo fuel per month. It's going to pay for my depreciating costs of the Holoport. It's going to pay for my electricity, and I'm going to get a little bit of profit off the back of it. That's great. Okay, and then there is the people that go, all right, so I've got my Holoport. Freaking love the Aurora, all right? Once you turn the Aurora off, you should never turn the Aurora off. Those people that don't understand what I'm talking about, the Holoport lights up with a Aurora color. It's beautiful. In fact, I could just stand there for 24 hours staring at it, not eating, not drinking. Like, I'm just like a fly when it comes to those blue UV lights. Seriously. The way that I work is great. I'm getting 10,000 holo fuel per month at a current price of 0.0043, which equates to around about $50. Okay, $50 is $50, right? Yes, it pays my depreciation costs of my Holoport, it pays for my electricity for that month, and it also gives me a little bit of profit off the back of it. But I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in the $50. What I'm interested in is the development over the next 10, 15, possibly 20, 30 years. Further than my life could possibly take me. All right? Thinking about my children. So, yes, the Holoports will be passed on to my children in the future. In fact, they'll have their own Holoports in their house. It'll be a housewarming present. And that brings us on to the housewarming presents. All right? Holochain is going to make it extremely easy for you to make passive income by hosting their networks. And like children will be wanting gifts for Christmas, i.e. PlayStation 5, 6 and 7s or whatever, people that move into their houses go, well, yeah, I would really like as a housewarming gift a Holoport. It sounds crazy, but it's going to happen. Because who doesn't want to have a computer in the corner of the room, wearing away, making passive income? And currently at 10,000 holo fuel per month for those people that are on the alpha testing program. In 10 years' time, what is the price going to be of holo fuel when the mass adoption happens? And we'll have a look at some of the projects that Holo are working with at the moment. One of them being OurWorld. We need to give them a massive bigs up because it's going to be great. Is OurWorld the game? So we're going to go through that as well tonight. So there's different types of people. There's the people that want the passive income and going, great, all right, I'm earning $50 a month. It does help with my electric bill. Loving it. Happy days. And then there's people that are the major investors that won't touch their holo fuel for a long time. I'm going to be that particular person that just leaves it switched on and away you go. Happy days. So that is the discussion in relation to holo fuel. And also talking about the number of tweets. We need to beat Turkey in the number of tweets that they're sending out compared to the people that send out tweets, not in Turkish language, but in English language. So if you are a major Holo and Holochain fan, please make sure that you are sending tweets about any information that you find that's pretty cool. Even if you think, actually, someone would have tweeted this before, just freaking tweet it. My presence is going to be a lot bigger in the Twitterverse as of the end of today. So we'll keep an eye on this chart whilst I am talking through the awesome paper. And notes that I have before me. So, what is Holochain? Let's just talk quickly about the prices. All right. So, some crypto enthusiasts expressed breathless enthusiasm for a platform that's designed to serve as an alternative to blockchain. I'm sure they're talking about Johnny Stan. So what's next for Holochain in 2022? Has it got the potential to give major networks such as Bitcoin and Ethereum a run for their money? And could it solve the problems that established blockchains have been facing? Not to mention a number of internet platforms. What is Holochain? So blockchains such as Ethereum are buckling under the strains of congestion. We know that. Overwhelmed by the sheer volume of transactions sparked by the rise of decentralized finance, also known as DeFi. Non-fungible tokens, known as NFTs, and bull markets. Bottlenecks are forming because the Ethereum blockchain is only built to process 15 transactions per second. That's nowhere near enough, considering this network handled transfers worth 1.5 trillion in the first 3 months of 2021. There's a great deal of interest in Holochain and also price predictions because there's a belief that this platform could perform much faster than many rivals that operate on blockchain technology. Holochain also relies on peer-to-peer networking, but the developers say it has unlimited capacity when it comes to scalability. Contrast that with Ethereum, which is currently undergoing a painstaking multi-year upgrade to ramp up its throughput. Like blockchains, applications can be run on Holochain, but crucially, it's claimed that it doesn't have any impact on the network performance. The emphasis here is on how Holochain champions distributed rather than decentralized computing. Apps on this platform don't need a token to operate, and all of this eliminates the need for mining. Those concerned about energy consumption and environmental impact of proof of work mechanisms have something to celebrate here. The white paper from Holochain describes the problems faced by other protocols in more detail. The data-centric legacy inherited by Ethereum from the blockchain model is immediately observable in its high compute cost and difficulty in scaling. The new model proposed by Holochain is described as an agent-centric distributed generalized computing system. Oh my gosh. Where nodes can still confidently participate in the systems as a whole, even though they are not constrained to maintaining the same chain state as other nodes. A Holochain application consists of a network of agents maintaining a unique source chain of their transactions, paired with a shared space implemented as a validating, monotonic, shared, distributed hash table. Airnova's favorite tweet, DHT, where every node enforces validation rules on the data in the DHT, as well as providing provenance of data from the source chains where it originated. Some of the use cases have been put forward for Holochain, including social networks, community-owned iterations of sharing economy services such as Uber, Airbnb, and supply chains. So just like Uber and Airbnb, Uber doesn't have any taxis, Airbnb doesn't have any hotels. Holochain doesn't have any servers, but they are going to serve the world with their platform and their web, okay? We eliminate the use of servers by installing holoports in people's households. So you become the taxi driver. You become the hotel room. Do you see how magic this technology is? So two other advantages that feed into Holochain price predictions for 2022 are linked to how apps built on this network can be tailored towards everyday internet uses. meaning this infrastructure can end up benefiting those who lack technical knowledge and confidence. What's more, rapid application development tools mean these apps are able to hit the market quickly, eliminating the costs and bumps in the road that can exist with blockchain. All of this isn't to say that Holochain doesn't have a native cryptocurrency. It does. It's known as HOT. The point we're driving at here is that the use of tokens is optional. Holochain price predictions came to a sharp focus in early 2021, as we know, when the token's value surged dramatically. HOT had begun the year at 0.000592, subsequently raced to 3.1 cent in little as under 4 months. It was a magical moment in Holochain's life. To put that into context, this capped off gains at 5,232%. Part of the driving force behind its previous spikes may have been the revelation that the company behind Holochain was granted a US patent for the networking innovations it had developed. The open source project said that this was a defensive move and that the team had fully intended to share it openly within the context of the Holochain framework. Announcing the news, the project said, the patent focused on the methods for saving, storing, and retrieving data in multi-node computing systems where no single node has a comprehensive index of nodes or content managed by those nodes. Many cryptocurrencies have struggled since December, and HOT is no exception. Despite new developments and updates by the Holochain team, the running bear market has caused the coin to plummet, and HOT has almost lost 90% of its value since its November peak. The time of writing, which was on the 14th of March, let's update that to today. The price is running at 0.004355, and the project has a market cap of 677 million, with 173.26 billion HOT in circulation. That's the story so far. Now, what do we think could be the prediction for 2022 and beyond? Now, a lot of people are asking when $1. There is a lot to talk about in relation to price movements. And naturally, people want to know, when could we be hitting that magic $1? All right. Again, we have to look at the mindset of the human race. The mindset thinks of the now. We all know that. Psychology tells us that we look at the picture of now and then project that into the future. So naturally, you would find that people predicting Holo in the future would say, well, in the next maybe 5 to 7 years, Holo could hit 1 cent. Okay? It's absurd because they don't look at the movement of technology. They don't look at the market cap movement, which is going to be tremendous compared to what it is today in the next 7 years' time. So there will be a natural price of rise of HOT, not Holochain, over the next 7 to 10 years. So naturally, you could find that Holochain might just rise to 11 cent within the next 8 years, if nothing changed, right? Whereas if beta came, we could see a huge monumental change happening with the price. And yes, that $1 could actually break within the next 4 to 5 years. Quite possibly. There has to be big adoption for Holo. And is it going to be HOT that rides to $1, or is it going to be Holofuel? That's where you need to do your own research and make the decision. Am I going to do this, or am I with HOT all in, or am I going to split 50-50 HOT Holofuel? And quite honestly, if you don't have a Holoport, there is no point you invested in Holofuel. You've got to be on the network to earn your Holofuel and become part of your hosting power. So, is Holochain a good investment? It is very, very important that you do your own research to assess whether you believe Holo has the potential to take on established blockchain platforms and wrestle away market share. The project has been around for the best part of 3 years now, and the current multi-billion-dollar market cap does help lend it some credibility. However, this is an industry that is plagued with uncertainty, and valuations could fall if a bear market seeps in next year. You've always got to do your own research. What is the point in you investing in a token that you know nothing about? Hence why the Crypto Bits was created, to help you not only on your technical analysis journey, on understanding your patterns, movements, why a particular coin has dropped, right? We do that. We look at the news, we look at any kind of movements, and we all do that collectively. Majority of the time, it's not me that brings the news to the table, it's you lot. And I'm greatly thankful for that. Right. Another thing that people tend to get a little bit confused is Holochain and Holo. What is the freaking difference between Holochain and Holo? So Holochain describes itself as a framework for creating and powering distributed applications, incorporating peer-to-peer content distribution protocol, cryptography, and hash tables. Meanwhile, Holo is described as a marketplace and distributed hosting platform that allows Holochain app developers to have their applications hosted by Holo hosts, thus making them available to everyday users of the internet. So you got to get your head around the difference between Holochain and Holo, so that when you do see a post online of somebody talking about Holochain as opposed to Holo, all right, once you got your head around it, you will get your head around it. Okay. The question I keep getting asked, because I am kind of well known within the Holochain community now, a lot of people do come to me because of how approachable I am. And one of the big questions is, how do I mine Holochain? Okay. As mentioned earlier, Holochain stands out from other blockchain platforms because it doesn't depend on mining. However, there are still ways to get involved by hosting the distributed apps on this network and ensuring that mainstream internet users can access them. A special app is in the works that can be downloaded on Linux, Windows, and Mac devices, which compensates users in the form of Holofuel. So, look, it is super exciting what is happening in relation to Holochain, Holo, Hot, and Holofuel. So, a lot of people have this dependency on their mind that they need to stake $20,000 worth of coins in order to mine more coins. That won't happen with Holofuel. You just need a computer that you download this app or this software, run it, and as long as you can give them 100% internet power, 100% storage capacity throughout the month, you will be paid a maximum amount for that month of Holofuel. Obviously, if you have a power outage for a week, 4 or 5 days, your internet goes down for a month, you are not going to be paid Holofuel or as much Holofuel that month. Okay, it goes hand in hand. If you leave your Holopot switched on, then you will be paid that maximum amount of Holofuel per month. So the question is, how much Holofuel am I going to get paid per month? Well, it's a very difficult question to answer, because Holofuel is going to be liquid. The price of Holofuel is going to fluctuate depending on the number of apps or haps that are going onto the network. So as interest increases on Holo and on Holochain, the price of Holofuel is going to increase, which means currently we're getting 10,000 Holofuel per month to those people that are using their holoports on the alpha testing program. If the price goes to 11-12 cent holofuel, you are not going to be receiving 10,000 holofuel per month. So it all bases on the current price of holofuel. Now, that being said, we know that we are getting 10,000 holofuel per month right now. So early adoption means you will get the maximum amount of holofuel in redemption now, ready for your investment in the future. So if you get 10,000 now, in 6 months' time, the price increases 80-90%. You might then start getting 7,000 holofuel per month, and then 5,000, and then 3,000, etc., etc., etc. So the time, not financial advice, the time to invest in HOT is now. The time to invest in HOT was 3 years ago when it was launched. You will find that as interest increases with cryptocurrency, people have to find their way through a hierarchy. The first coins are usually Bitcoin and Ethereum. So people wake up to cryptocurrency and go, maybe this isn't a scam. Maybe this is actually something where I can make some really, really decent gains off the back of some money that I have. So naturally, they will invest in Bitcoin and then Ethereum. They will then start looking through coinmarket.com because they start doing the research and like, all right, this is a really cool website. Now I can see all of the coins that are available to me. Holy crap, there's thousands of them. So what do? Okay. I then start turning to YouTube. I then start turning to the internet, and you will find there is a repeat discussion of cryptocurrencies, and certain ones, all right, ones that stand out right now is Bitcoin, Ethereum. So they're like, all right, yeah, maybe I've invested in the right coins. And then you'll start seeing discussions about XRP, Solana, Luna, Cardano, okay? It all happens, and then they're like, right, I'll invest in those as well. Then Gala comes up. Woo! Go Gala, you freaking legend this week. So people will start investing in those. One thing that is our Achilles heel at the moment is Holo, right? People don't really tend to talk about Holo, and that is not Holochain or Holo's fault. They are staying strategically small, and it's the right thing to do. We've not even reached beta yet. So perfectly staying quiet within Holo is massive. A question that was asked on Twitter today was, well, you know, are people going to start jumping into Holo before or after beta? Again, it's a very, very good question. And it is, how do I explain this the right way to get it right? Let's just think about Amazon, for example. Okay, Jeff Bezos created this incredible idea of taking away the shops and having this huge warehouse where people can log into online, buy the stuff, and it gets delivered directly to their house. The majority of people laughed and said that is never going to cotton on. But there was this magic 1 or 2% of investors that was like, actually, the way the curve of the internet is going, this could create a mass adoption. So those people invested in the idea whilst people were laughing at them. All right. Technically, that is us right now. I see it on social media, people laughing at us, thinking we're a joke, thinking we're wasting our money, we're wasting our time. What they don't understand is that we are so ridiculously early in this project. I like to explain it as a village hall. You're a 6-year-old boy or girl, and your mum and dad have said you're going to have a birthday party at the village hall. All right? And you're like, wow, this thing's incredible. I'm so excited. All right? But the party isn't for another 8 months. But you know that you've got to set your stall out, because the party is being paid for, created by somebody else. All right? They're hiring the village hall, which is the holopots. They're putting out a little bit of information about it, but then you're a major major investor in this because this is going to make you so freaking happy on that day when beta happens and the party happens. So we're kind of the kids getting ready for the birthday party. So we're out there shouting about it, going, "Team, we're having a birthday party soon." All right, Holo, beta is coming. Birthday party is coming. And it's the same thing, okay? So we're out there shouting and screaming about Holo and how amazing it's going to be. And we're investing in it, okay? 6-year-old kid, I want to wear a Ghostbusters outfit. That's what I'd be saying. I want to go as a Ghostbuster, all right? And I want this and I want that, all right? This is what I'll be doing when beta happens. I'll probably be dressed up as a Ghostbuster having a freaking party. The Holo has reached beta because that's the idiot that I am. And I don't even care what people think about me because it's my freaking party. And then, because it happens, what you'll find is you will find those collective people that have come on board and gone, "Actually, this project is really, really good." Turn up to your birthday party. With modern technology now, a 6-year-old might receive text messages, or mothers might receive text messages going, "Johnny Stang's having a birthday party. We didn't know about it." You did know about it, all right? We told you about it. We decided not to take in that information, and now it's happening. So what they do is they go, "Holy crap, this is amazing. This is a right Ghostbusters birthday party." So they jump in their cars. They go to the freaking masquerade down the road and get a Ghostbusters outfit. The party's already 20 minutes in. We're all going crazy, right? All high on E-numbers and Smarties and chucking food at each other. And then these kids turn up all pristine and we welcome those people. They come through the door and you're like, "Dude, welcome to the freaking party." All right, but for the majority of those people, it's already too late. All right, people have created these communities, people have created this friendship, and it's going to take them a little while to get into it. The thing I like about the crypto bits is that it doesn't matter who comes in, apart from trolls, right? Party poopers. Anybody is welcome into the community. Anybody is, as long as they follow the rules, which is respect and they play by the rules, okay? Look at a nightclub, for example. I love analogies. Analogies makes my brain work so much better. You go to a nightclub in the town centre. You have to pay $10 for the privilege of getting into that nightclub. So if you don't pay that $10, you don't get into the nightclub. Okay? Conversely to that, the Crypto Bits has a rule that you come into the Crypto Bits, into the community, and you behave with a respectable and very professional manner. We have a joke. We all become friends. I don't care which country you're from, all right? As far as I'm concerned, you are all my brothers and sisters. Doesn't matter your colour, your race, what language you speak. What matters is that when you come into the Crypto Bits, you give yourself courtesy and respect. If you don't give yourself courtesy and respect to the community, you don't come in, right? And isn't that the same with Holo? The way that Holo is going to work? If you are an honest player, a true player, you'll be welcomed into that network. The second you become a bad player, you'll be eliminated from the Holo network. Your Holo port will be switched off, etc., etc. Gone, finished, finitoed. And you could possibly bring that into your relationship world, all right? If somebody that you are dating doesn't respect you, doesn't give you the courtesy and the admiration that you deserve as a person, they're not paying their $10 to get into the nightclub, are they? So they're not welcome. All right. That is how you should live your life every single day. So this is why I love Holo. Holo is an honest, versatile, infinitely scalable, clean energy solution, alternative to freaking servers, right? I've always disagreed to servers. I don't like servers because of the amount of power that they bellow out, the heat. And you've not just got a server pumping energy left, right, and center. You have air conditioners trying to cool those servers down. That's all gone with Holo. It's gone. None of that is going to exist anymore. Could you imagine how much power is going to be saved across the world when you've got your holoports? And you're like, yeah, but Johnny Stang, each holoport will amount to an amount of electricity. Yes, correct. But it's not going to amount to the amount of electricity you use boiling your kettle twice a day. It's not even going to come close to that. It's a tiny, tiny amount of energy. And whilst your holoports are wearing away, does that mean that you are going to create heat off that holoport, which could potentially heat a room in your house? It's not going to be boiling hot like a mining rig that's wearing away behind me. It's going to be a subtle heat. So a small room, like a utility room, for example, they could quite possibly warm that room for you. So technically you are getting free energy because you are getting paid back the money for the energy going into that holoport in holo fuel. See where that's going? So I've witted on for nearly 45 minutes. We're going to go back to the chat and see what everybody is saying. I think, fingers crossed, I haven't looked at the live stream because I know how off-putting you lot are. All right, you're a nightmare when it comes to me chatting about Holo and being really passionate, because you'll just get one person going, yeah, but Johnny, and I cannot help it. So I have turned the chats off. So I'm going to put the chat back on and I'm going to scroll back. To see what everybody has said. So here we go. Oh, great to see you all. 10,000 holo fuel, knowing it's going to be listed on exchanges, should be worth 10,000 hot, about $42 at the minute. Yes, great research, Holochain. See people on Twitter with 3 holoports, proper frustrating when being on the waiting list for so long. Yeah, there's a few people that are upset about that. It's sadly, it's the world that we live in. Okay, it is a first come first served basis, and it is okay. Should it have been limited to 1? I don't know. I can't answer that, unfortunately. And it was very, very fast. Okay, I got an email. And luckily, I was on my lunch break, and I got an email pinged up on my phone saying the holoports are ready to buy in the UK. And I was like, right, and I just went buy, send, boom, job done. Didn't even think twice about it. And sadly, it's going to be like that. Oh, Van Lesway, you need to cover the costs of running the fan that's in the holoport. You can adjust that. There is a way of adjusting it. I think you turn it off, turn it on, and press something like delete in F7. I need to do my research on it. And then you can reduce how many times the fan turns on and off. Eurocon, Musk says, buy Doge, be like Musk. Said this before, I'd be happy to run Holoport for free, get big corporations out of control. Yeah, but you need to get paid back in Holofuel for it. Rightly so. It's the right thing to do. In 20 years, you can use your Neuralink as a holoport. That's pretty advanced. Butterscotch. When is Neuralink going to be invented? Are you currently doing that? Brotherhood, I just like your joint. I just joink your tweets and retweet them. Busa. I think Brotherhood has been on the beers. Who goes by the name Hesu on Twitter? Hesu does. What's the website called? And this is from Hesu, yeah. Hesu goes by the name of Hesu. You'll see him in the chat. He is in there. When Raub, we love Raub. Raub's amazing. Unless we likes to play Raub every now and again. So, Johnny, if the host has currently supply of 177 billion, and if half move over to Holofuel, does that mean that Hot supply has a supply of 88 0.5 billion. No, because they're not going to decrease the circulating supply of hot when you swap from hot to holo fuel. So if half of hot swaps across to holo fuel, that 88.7 billion will be placed in a pot. So it is classed as a circulating supply. It's just not accessible because it is currently being swapped across to holo fuel. So the price, the reason why they have to do that is because if people all of a sudden swap from hot to holo fuel, the price of hot is just going to go literally down to 0.00003. It'd be a Shiba coin price. So that is not going to happen. So there will be no price change within that first 6 months when people move their hot to holo fuel. After then, holo fuel and hot become disbanded from each other. Imagine there is a piece of rope together, they're attached, and then holo will cut that rope, and then, all right, it'll do this. Hot and holo fuel will do this. Whoa, let's freaking go to the freaking moon. Let's go. But unless we're John Stang, I already did that. You can adjust the fan in the bias of the holoport. Yes, you can. Right. Are we set up for the next discussion? Whew. I'm really enjoying tonight. It's nice to have a discussion about anything other than the depressing news of the chat. So the next thing. No, this one. Bring my camera up. So everybody knows about this. I'm chopped off. Let's make this a little bit more professional. There we go. Oof, that looks nice. A lot of people now know about OurWorld. And in terms of the gaming side of things, it is magical. There's a video that we can have a look at. But looking at OurWorld, there is an update from OurWorld. And it says here, greetings friends. Apologies for the long radio silence. We have been busy working hard behind the scenes, networking and building deeper ties, integration and synergization with our partners, allies, with S7 Foundation, MindLife, Holochain, etc. They do mention Holochain. We have also been doing further deep brainstorming and design sessions for OurWorld. We have also continued to work on the Oasis architecture designs, diagrams and white paper. We have also started designing and developing the actual Oasis API architecture itself, which will fully integrate with Holochain, which is the purpose of this post. So yes, very exciting times indeed, with a lot happening. So as you can imagine, we have not had a lot of time to keep you all updated on our progress. OurWorld says Holochain is what we envisioned the tech that is OurWorld, the Oasis, would be built on top of. Which is why when we saw this, and also the Oasis featured in Ready Player One, where the computing power was decentralized and distributed, we could see how both of these matched our vision perfectly. Just like in the film Ready Player One, Oasis Holochain allows nodes, devices in people's homes, to share processing power, memory, network, and other resources with other nodes. So we're happy that Holochain has helped save us a lot of time and energy, in that they are already building the storage and network slack that we're planning on building for with World and Oasis. So as you can see, it is a match made in heaven. We are very impressed with what these guys are doing on Holochain, and we are looking forward to foregoing deeper ties with them. We already have ties with key inside people with who we are currently having talks with. They are currently working on relatively simple HTML apps, but we have much bigger ambitions plans for it. We help turbocharge the ecosystem they are trying to build, since, as mentioned on our site, OurWorld is much more than just a game. It is a next-gen platform, an ecosystem, an operating system for the new Earth we are building. This is why satellite apps, games can plug into OurWorld Oasis using the Oasis API. These apps and games can be built using Holochain, blockchain, or any other tech. Our Oasis system will act as a bridge, allowing them all to interconnect, but our main focus is Holochain since we know this is the future. We have actually seen it. We believe blockchain may just be a bubble, and when it bursts, everyone will come over to Holochain, which we hope will be ready for us by then. Holochain has been in the works for a long time, long before blockchain came out, so no, it is not another blockchain tech. It is built on the top of the wisdom and nature. What else is better to base your design on that than something that has been evolving for billions of years? Holochain is part of something even bigger they have been working on called Scepter. We saw in the recent blog that the community was talking about a Fortnite clone. It also talks about helping the world and also doing a UI similar to Pokemon Go. Well, that is what we have been working on for 7 years now. And back in February, we decided we would build it on top of Holochain, since we wanted it to be fully decentralized and distributed, as well as be able to share resources, CPU network memory, bandwidth, for example, with other nodes. So naturally, Holochain ticked all the boxes. But we really need your help to raise awareness of this critical project for the future of humanity and for this beautiful planet, instead of being yet another mindless, violent game, which is part of the problem rather than the solution. OurWorld teaches people how to live in harmony with each other and the planet. It teaches people, especially children, the right life lessons to help create a better world for all of us. It does this by using the latest cutting-edge technology such as VR, AR, real-time emotional feedback, voice recognition, gesture recognition, facial tracking, and we are looking for developers and anyone else who would love to get involved in this open source project. We are currently building the prototype, and we have been designing and planning this game for 7 years now. So now is the time to get on board. As part of this dev, we are developing on HDK for .NET and for Unity, which will help turbocharge Holochain. We will gift these forward to amazing Holochain community. We hope in return we will get the help we need to help turbocharge this project. Thank you. We look forward to hearing from you soon. So that was an insert by OurWorld. So people like asking, well, what is OurWorld? We did discuss OurWorld some time ago, and I think it is now time to bring OurWorld back to the forefront of our discussions. Now let me just see if I can find the video for OurWorld, because it is an incredible video. It's loading, team. It's loading. Do, 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 do. Why is my computer running slow? That's why we need Holochain. Okay, there we go. Found it. I found it. Right. The magic of OurWorld, team. Enjoy. absolutely incredible. Okay, so those of you that haven't seen Ready Player One, okay, I would like to invite you all to go and watch it, seriously, because it gives you an idea of what our world is doing, and also Holochain, because that world will come true when these two people actually come together, and the development has been created by our world, and Holochain has developed what they need to develop. Like what our world said, Holochain are doing the part that is incredibly difficult for them to do, and it speeds up their time to create the world that everybody wants. Okay, who doesn't want a VR world where you can have yourself wandering around anywhere within this world and we're all in the same room? Okay, we do it now. There is myself, Fred, Van Leswer, that goes onto the Oculus, play freaking table tennis together in the same room. And it's great. You do get this weird sense of being a lot closer. And this is going to bring the closeness closer together. Doesn't matter where we are in the world, we can collectively come together instantly. Yes, we still need that physical world. So traveling to see each other is still possible. But there are times when you want to play games together and we can all play together within our world. It is massive. Team, it is beyond massive. And to be quite honest with you, you've got to. Our world needs advertising a lot more. I'll be doing some work tonight on Twitter around our world and creating some kind of post about Holochain and our world based around Ready Player One, because you got to understand 99% of people of the world have probably never heard of Holo. All right, but I would quite confidently say maybe a quarter of the world know about Ready Player One. So tap into that movement to connect the dots. Ready Player One, the virtual, fictional idea, and bring the two together to make it real world. You're going to see tweets like that happening tonight, and I invite you to retweeting the frick out of it. And there is an interview planned for our world on the crypto bits. They are just extremely busy. That's all it is. And I never ever push people into having an interview. Okay, people will come to the crypto bits when they are ready. That's just the way that I do business around here. Being pushy is not the right thing to do. You want that person to come in relaxed and ready to be able to speak to us about our world. It's going to happen. We've already got it nailed. All right. They actually came to me and said, we can't wait to do an interview with you. So we will be interviewing our world. And his name is David. He's a wonderful character, and I'm so excited to be able to do an extremely professional video for our world and promote, which is going to be hugely successful. And we're talking about something that currently doesn't exist. And in the next 7 to 10 years, you're going to be like, oh my God, I remember when we was talking about this. And now pretty much everybody is getting hooked onto this craziness that is our world. So magic is going to happen in the crypto space. In my opinion, right, those of you listening now, I don't even know how many of you are in the chat. There's 15. Naturally, whilst the price is low, look at what people are missing out on, right? When there was 450 people in, I could get the message across a lot quicker. But because the price of crypto is down, so is the price of interest. And that's wrong. It is so incredibly wrong, all right? As far as I'm concerned, yes, I am an investor in the crypto space. Yes, I make money off the growth of crypto spot trading, and I make money longing and shorting crypto. But am I really bothered about that? No. I've got jobs, okay, that pay for all my bills, that make sure my children have a good life, etc., etc., etc. What I'm interested in is being able to get the movements of these projects out there to the world to go, look at this, okay? And then off the back of it, investors go, it's actually a really good project, this. Maybe I should look into it. And that continual growth will make sure that you lot, these 18 people now sat here, realize the potential in the future that all of that work that we all did 7 or 8 years ago is now paying off because we consistently sat there and said, look at this project, look at that project, look at Holochain, look at Holo. Okay? A lot of people don't even know what blockchain is, and more people don't even know what nodes are. But like what OurWorld said, we can tap into people's minds by showing the oasis of Ready Player One and the fact that Ready Player One bases their internet on nodes. All right, they base it on the hot. It's crazy how amazing it is. Whew. Right, Martin, how is Paul the House doing, by the way? Paul the House is doing extremely well. Okay, the reason why he came off Twitter was because of recent scam attacks. Right, didn't get scammed, it was attacks, and it was right thing to do in order for him to just separate himself from the availability of harassment. Okay, that's basically all it is. He's doing extremely well. He's doing great. There is no change with Paul the House. In fact, me and Paul have been chatting about how to optimize the growth of his tomatoes in his greenhouse at home. All right, that's how chilled out that guy is. An absolute legend. So we've been chatting about fertilizer applications in on his tomatoes. Question is Paul the House going to be back on Twitter as Paul the House? Hopefully, but we need to get to the bottom of the scam situation, because it doesn't just affect that individual, it affects all of you, and we're going to be we'll sort it. All right, sort it. Brotherhood is disappearing. Yeah, I'll be disappearing soon. We're going to have a quick conclusional chat before we turn the live stream off, and any other business, etc. But tonight's been great. It's been great. On a Sunday, we do tend to have fun anyway, and maybe I have created something where Sunday we talk about creational stuff. I think we get all the TA during the week, and on the weekend our Sunday show is all about this. I do really like it. I do really like it. Right, so let's move back into the main screen. There we go. Right, in the chat team, what's going on? So, Captain, I read in the Holo forum that it's useless to keep the Holo port running. It is, but I just love the Aurora, so I'm quite happy to leave it switched on, just sat there. Captain Euro, registered my tool Holo ports, but still got no mail from them, so I don't know if it works or not. Holo should make a Holo mobile app. In the year 2022, a mobile app handy is mandatory. Right, Captain Euro. So, if you haven't received an email back to them after registering it, you may have done one or two things wrong, because I did it, okay? I have multiple email addresses. I have works email addresses, I have a private email address, and then I have the Johnny Stang UK address. So I registered my Holopost thinking, which email did I register it under? And I typed in the Johnny Stang UK stuff, and I wasn't getting any correspondence whatsoever. And I was like, right, so obviously the wrong email that I originally registered with Holo. So I used my private email address, and everything came in, like freaking everything. Also, have a look in your junk mail. Just make sure that it isn't sat in the junk mail. Sometimes it does get thrown into the junk mail. So have a look at that as well. And if all else fails, write out a ticket to the help desk at holo.host. Send them an email, raise a ticket, and they will help you extremely, extremely fast. Okay. Entering water every day in tomatoes in the greenhouse. Yes, I have a farmer that grows his tomatoes in rock wool, believe it or not. So don't even grow them in soil, just in rock wool. How cool is that? That's amazing. Siri just started going off. Hey, what's really cool about, if you've got a modern iPhone, right, a really modern iPhone, so I don't know, iPhone, what, the 13 now, and say, hey Siri, Lumos, it'll turn the torch on your phone. Mine doesn't do it because my iPhone is extremely old. I've got an iPhone XR, I think it is. But yeah, if you say hey Siri Lumos, it will actually turn on the back of your torch. It's really, really cool. Nova, 100% connect, ready player one to Holo is very good key to turn. We need a video like TikTok, so it's explained in 15-20 seconds and it's like mind-blowing effect. I'll do it. I'll do that, Nova. Fred, what is the colour of your Holoport light? On both Holoport, green, blue, rotated. Yeah, that's... If it's a green, blue, rotating light, that means you're registered. You're just waiting for the email now to get onto the to get the Holo host platform, which I can send you that, Fred. I'll send you that. Creation stuff, imagine mine Bitcoin Fire Holo. Whoa, my brain just exploded. One Holoport is cold and the other one is pretty warm. Johnny Stan, great timing to switch to Android. Now, I do have an Android as well. My work phone is an Android. And sadly, I don't get on with it. And the reason why I don't get on with it is not because of the open source. I love the open sourceness of Android. I think it's great. It's beautiful. It's got a beautiful design. But I do find that Apple... Heather just sent a message saying, hi, Mom. Oh my God. Hello, daughter. How are you? Hi, John. Me and Olivia are watching. Olivia is going to be the future of computing. All right, her mind is incredible, and she's going to go very, very far, is Olivia, with her technical skills. So, Olivia, get to know about Holochain and software development and create some incredible apps off the back of Holochain, and you will be insanely rich. Seriously. So thank you for joining us, Heather and Olivia. They're out watching from America. They're our great friends of mine, and can't wait to get to America to just hang out. It's gonna be great. Hopefully by the end of this year, now that, well, COVID doesn't exist anymore, do it? So there's no excuse. Okay, what else is everybody chatting about? So yes, the Holoports, you've got to get that rotating blue and green light that goes round and round and round. The last email that you get is just to hook into the forum, so I'll send you that link. I'll do it now, actually, whilst I'm on it, Fred, unless Van Leswet has beaten me to it. Copy. Oh my gosh. Paste. There you go, Fred. I've sent it in sent it to you on WhatsApp. Edward, what's a portholo? Did I say portholo? No, holoport. Oh my gosh. Going mad, aren't I? I'm going absolutely crazy. So, team, that kind of covers us for tonight. It is Sunday. There is no big news out there until tomorrow. So tomorrow night I will be live at 8 p.m. and we're going to go through Bitcoin, Ethereum, hot. We'll have a look at Gala. There's no point doing TA, right? It's gone up and it's come down. It's a Sunday. The TA I think we should do during the week. I do TA pretty much every day. And quite honest with you, I haven't done my research on TA. It's a Sunday. Sunday for me is kind of like my day of rest. I woke up this morning. What did I do? Went for a nice meal. I went for a carvery, which I was kindly invited by Holochain to go to this carvery, which was absolutely amazing. Came home, took the dog out for a walk. After taking the dog out for a walk, I fell asleep. Woke up at 6:30, I think it was. Sat and had a chat with the crypto legends on Twitter, and then got ready for the live show. That's what we do. So I think Sundays, just like Ready Player One, we should have a day where we just don't talk about TA. We know Sunday is Sunday dump, and then Monday becomes Monday pump. And predictions on a Sunday are difficult to do because the stock market is closed. And most of my predictions that I do on a Sunday don't really turn out to be right because there is all this backlog of the closing of the stock market on a Friday, Saturday doing nothing, and then Sunday. In fact, my competition with Fred and Bram Razocki does open up soon. I am currently, I was first, I'm second now. God dang it! We have this competition on Books. So Books X, where we're having a trading competition. And there's currently 4 of us. There's Bram Razocki, there is Jan Hayes, Robert Holochain. I can't freaking see it, can you? Because everything's so bright. Let's turn that off. Turn that one off. Maybe you can see it then. And yeah, currently Robert is beating. I was doing great. I was doing absolutely amazing. Now he's wiping the floor off me. So those of you that are interested in having a trade-off, go and download BooksX, throw a little bit of money into it, and do some stock trading. It's great fun. So yes, Nova, no TA today, and it feels great. It feels great not to do any TA. Sunday, no TA. Unless something ridiculous happens where we get a huge sell-off, then I'll search for the information. But I think Sundays should be a product day. Because we do find that we get lost into TA, don't we? Look at the patterns, movements, news, media, etc., etc. And we forget about the core reason why we're in Holochain, why we're investing in Holochain, the magic of the future that is Holochain. It's unlimited scalability, like massive energy saving utility that is Holo. And we will look at the different projects based on Holo as well, so that we can create awareness. And then if somebody asks you a question, what is Holo? Then there we go. So maybe I need to put in here, Holochain, what is Holo? Brackets, featuring OurWorld. Begin. There we go. You're a con. Johnny's Holoverse. Honestly, I freaking love. I absolutely love the fact that back in March of last year, I opened up my laptop and started creating videos on Holochain. I am extremely lucky that you lot found me. And then for the last year, I put up with my crap, yeah, just absolute madness, amateur hour, all that sort of thing. I'm grateful for all of you, because without you lot, then what's the point in doing this? It would just be a complete waste of my time. I would like to see more people coming into the Crypto Bits now as we are building up the channel. Thank you very much to Van Lesper for your hard work, and people become more aware of Holochain. It's going to happen. I'm at a position now where we have a tremendous following that can retweet stuff very, very fast. So if you see a tweet from Johnny Stang that you think is going to be great, please retweet it. And then if I've missed some tags off, just stick some tags in, etc., etc. It'd be great. Andy Harrison, the last email is for the console, not the forum. Yes. So, yeah. Zombie problem said it's not working. All right. I'll have a chat with you in a minute about that, Fred, when I jump off the live. So, team, you're awesome. I hope you've enjoyed the new kind of Sunday, and the Crypto Bits will forever be evolving, There's going to be more and more and more stuff coming. I have set a precedent within the next couple of months, the next 2 months, that there's going to be a lot more content. I am almost finalizing the website that I am building so that you will have a go-to website of all the latest news, etc. I am working extremely hard in that. So hopefully, I said 6 months. I'm trying to bring it down to 2 months so that you have like a one-stop shop to go to. That is the idea. And it's all going to be for free, okay? A lot of the stuff that YouTubers do, you've got to go through their Patreon, pay a subscription of a ridiculous amount per year. All of this I am bringing to you completely free of charge because you lot deserve it. You've got to deserve that up-to-date information now without having to pay for it. Okay, it's all out there in the world for free. A Patreon just is paying for somebody to sit there and do all that work for you when I can do it using robots. So, yeah. So, into it. Thanks for the show. Thank you for sitting and listening to it. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Goodbye, Johnny. Bye to all. Right. So, I will see you all tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And what we're going to listen to. If Steve's in the house, well, yeah. I mean, Witchcraft is always a really good, happy song to finish on. So we're going to play some Witchcraft. Stay out of trouble, team. See you tomorrow night. You absolute legends. I love you all. And until then, as always, team, peace, you freaking legends.
Playing your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds. You're placing your bet, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. You're playing it cool, bending all the rules, talking way too loud, and you're talking rude. You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back, and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft, I got my moves, I got my song. When I turn my mojo on, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long when I use my witchcraft.